I remember last year before Michael Rasmussen got hurt, you two really had a lot of chemistry going. What do you think? Like, why do you two play so well with each other?
We're playing pretty simple right now. Getting pucks to net, people to the net. So yeah, I mean we've been able to produce the last, I don't know, six, 7 games. So yeah, going well.
Is it just? I mean, you guys have a similar mindset in terms of playing.
I don't necessarily. I mean, I don't think we're overly similar. I think we just, I think we read off each other well. You know, I don't think we're. I think our strengths are different, but I mean, I think I know what he's thinking, and I think he knows, you know, what I like to do, and I think we're just kind of reading off each other well. I mean, Fish is playing good too. I mean, Fish is getting in on the forecheck, making little plays that are huge, and kind of creating space and creating scoring opportunities too. So it's not just two-man line, not at all.
For your own confidence, having a bit of a point streak going yourself, I mean, is that just a nice reinforcement for how you feel you've been playing?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this like 12 times now, but 5-on-5 scoring hasn't really been an issue. I think you know, like our production, you look at the last 25 games or whatever, it's been pretty good. So yeah, just keep going.
What's gone right for you guys here since January 1st, do you think? I mean, how have you guys turned this around?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is like finding a way to stay in the game. Like, feel like we kind of got down. We would kind of like let up that goal to go down 3-1. Yeah. You know, like last night we didn't give that up, and we were just kind of stayed in the fight mentally, stayed in the fight. Like, didn't feel like we had to open up our game. We're just kind of staying right there, and you know, trusting the long game a little bit for us, and I think it's paid off. I mean, we've had 2 winners in the last minute, basically. We've had another OT win.
San Jose was like that too.
Yeah, San Jose. Yeah, so 3 of them really.
Anaheim.
Like, well, yeah, San Jose, Anaheim, and Toronto, and then you know, staying in the fight against Edmonton. I mean, we were up, but we still got that tying goal. So there's just you got to be able to stay in the game. You know, you get down 2-1, doesn't mean you got to open it up and pinch every single time and get the D up in the rush and try high risk plays. You just got to trust that your game's gonna, you know, continue to create chances, and I think we've done that, and I think that's the difference. I think we all said in the room, there's no way we win both those games last year. I think we'd probably lose both.
Well, that was my follow-up question. I mean, like, compared to last season, what's different from last year?
It's a little more veteran. It's a little more trust. I mean, I think obviously we have more offensive capabilities. I think we lead the Eastern Conference in goals or something like that. So when you do that, you should be creating a little bit more confidence, a little bit more faith that, okay, we're down 2-1 going into the third, like, we're gonna score. You know, we're gonna score at some point. So let's not open it up and give them chances too. Yeah, I think that's the difference. And yeah, a little bit more maturity, a little more confidence, and that's all it is.
When you're preparing for a team like Carolina, what kind of focusing are you guys looking for? What they do well and what you guys can combat that?
Well, they're really hard in your face, so we got to be smart with the puck, make them defend. They love their man-on-man, kind of up the entire ice. So we gotta be prepared for that. We gotta move pucks quick. We gotta anticipate. Can't slow the game down against these guys. So it's gonna look, you know, pretty similar to the last game. I mean, Florida's a team that their D are in your face. They pinch hard. Yeah, we just got to make those little plays, support the puck, and stay in the game. It's not going to be, you know, especially at home, they love the buzz. They throw pucks from everywhere. The shot clock looks ridiculous, even though it might not be, you know, how the game's actually gone. So, yeah, I think we just got to, like I said before, just stay in the game.
You guys question about Sunday. Is it going to be tough to nap, or how are you going to handle that?
It's kind of nice, actually. I'll be driving down to our game pretty much as soon as that game starts. And I mean, I'm a Lions fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm very, very happy that Michigan already won the Natty. So anything else is just gravy now.
I think secondary to U of M. I mean,
are you kidding me?
Really?
I mean, I'm from Ann Arbor. Grew up every single Saturday morning parking cars a block from the stadium.
Wow.
Went to U of M. I mean, nothing against the Lions. Like, I'm really cheering for them. They're playing great. Like, I'm a Lions fan, but compared to the roots of Michigan, I don't think it's the same.
I think you did one of those name as many Lions players as you can.
Yeah, I got
it pretty well.
Yeah, I know. there's a side of me that comes out that I don't really blink, and I did that when I did that too, and I got a lot of crap at home from my fiance saying I looked a certain way. So I kind of have that type of brain where I just remember stupid things like that, like stats and numbers and all that kind of stuff.
How did you do that? Just you go through the offense first?
Yeah, no, I know. And you see the gears moving, but my eyes they're kind of going a little spacey. It's it wasn't a good look, but. Anyways, yeah.
Are you guys building confidence with each victory? I guess that's easy to do, but is this a pretty confident hockey team right now?
I mean, I think it should be. I don't think it's by accident that we're winning. But at the same time, it's to continue to build confidence and build a game that you believe in down the stretch. You got to do it night in, night out. And it's got to be, every line, every D pair, every guy bringing something. So. In the regular season, you see some guys or some teams are able to hide people and players can hide. Down the stretch in the playoffs, there ain't any hiding. So, I think continuing to build our team game, I feel like we're rolling all four. We got everyone contributing right now, and that's gonna need to be continued.
Derek, last year, Andrew Copp and Michael Rasmussen were playing really well with each other, and then Michael got hurt.
Yep.
I mean, is that part of, you've had them together quite a bit this season, do you think they just really read off one another?
Well, I think when they both get to their identity and just simple north, work off the forecheck, spend some time in the O-zone, both at times those guys will get out of that game. And I think when they both concentrate on it and they do it together, it's going to be really effective. And you add Fish in there, adding to that identity. It's been just a really good line for us.
What do you like about what Fisher brings there?
Same thing. He works off a forecheck. He wins lines. He knows what he is. He makes the right play. Doesn't put risk in his game for offense. Just a true North game. You can see the way we've built. I don't know if we have enough of that throughout our lineup, which is fine. Obviously, we have some guys are dangerous on the rush and just take a different approach offensively. So I think it's been really, really beneficial minutes for us, especially on the road against these really top-end teams.
Is Raz is taking that next step right now, Derek?
Yeah, I hope so. You're asking the wrong guy. He's been a really effective player. And I'm a huge fan for 2 years now. Obviously, I think you can see the way I use him. So I've taken a step. I don't know, he's been pretty much this really effective meat and potatoes guy. Can anchor and drive a third line. We've had him up in our top six at times because he just gets other players' touches, especially off the forecheck. So just an effective player. And again, sometimes he gets out of his bread and butter and playing a simple game.
Good to see Andrew get rewarded with a bit of a point streak personally.
Of course,
as well,
yep.
too,
Yeah, and obviously we need the offensive depth. So of course, yes.
Your lineup tomorrow is Alex or James? Who's
Alex will be back in that.
And same lineup?
We're undecided yet. That was the first full practice for Jake Wollman. Probably want to get a feel of how he responds from it and go from there. Obviously, we've had a nice run here with this 6-week break.
He would be the only.
Yep, he's the only one available.
Yeah.
Only one available, correct.
Derek, when a team wins, I mean, just the confidence builds.
Of course.
Is that just a natural
100%.
byproduct?
You can see it, even our approach in our game. Even in the last 2 games, we were trailing in third, but we tied both games up. And you saw us in that stretch when we weren't playing well. There was a little panic out of our zone where we resorted to a flip of the puck or bang off the glass instead of making a play. I've liked our approach, finding the right play at the right time. I think that just comes from confidence.
Well, Copp mentioned that too. It's like you guys have done that 4 times in the last couple of weeks. I mean, coming back in the third period like that.
When you play elite teams, and we've played 4 or 5 of the better Stanley Cup contending teams, you just got to keep yourself in the fight. And all these games, we've done enough through 30, 40 minutes to keep it within a 1-goal game and give us Charleston opportunity. And again, I think it still goes back to an emphasis on keeping it out of our net. and we've done that against these top teams.
You
Derek,
touched on this a little bit last night, just having a little more breathing room in the schedule to allow for practices,
Yes.
and how beneficial has that been in the stretch?
100%. I get the question a lot, what's been the difference in this 6-0-1 stretch versus what we were doing before the Christmas break? And one, I think a lot of it had to do with just where our lineup was. We had two of our top goalies out, our top two centers out, David Perron out, which is not an excuse, it's more the reality, but the bigger issue was the amount of games we had in such a short time. We haven't been able to practice, so we've had a little more rhythm to be able to practice. But again, it's good on the guys to translate what we've done in practice into our games.
Derek, will your Sunday preparation allow you to run across the street?
No, I will not be able to run across the street. I'm very disappointed. Honestly, I would have loved to have been there. I'm no different than anyone else. This is really exciting. But obviously, we'll be watching closely. Good on the league to move the game back. So we'll be very invested in the coach's room on Sunday.
Derek, you missed Chiefs and Bills, too. That's a double whammy for you Sunday.
I'll be getting updates. But the football gods absolutely landed us one the other day. Moving the game back, we were able to watch the game comfortably at the elbow room.
You're a Buffalo. I mean, did you, when they said they were going to cancel that, were you kind of like, oh man, seriously? Or was that kind of like, you know what, that's even bad for Buffalo?
That's for bad, but you can see the reality of it. But I love how the community comes and shovels the stadium out. No, I was surprised. That's the reality of that lake effect. I'm very familiar with it.
Would you go shovel?
I would 100% go shovel. I give back to my community for sure, absolutely.